It is here. We have the Scarlet Keys.
My heart explodes with joy!
Brand new campaign. It is in the mod. It is currently not scripted, so there's going to be a little more setup. I will have to manually add the clues. A little busy work, but that is fine. I will start playing this because fucking new Arkham expansion. Let's fucking go. Got the new people. Got Amanda being my main damage dealer with the new hyper-physical shotcaster. She has taken in the thick of it, so she's able to actually shoot with it. And Darrell is going to be our main clue getter. And he starts with Damned. So he gets a random tarot card. His tarot card that will be affecting him is the Fool, of course, which is each investigator defeated during this game earns -2 experience during its resolution. This will only apply to Darrell, which is fine because, hey, I don't plan on anyone dying this time, right? Right?
That's called foreshadowing.
Anyway, let's get to the prologue. Whoops. File 5A, Prologue, Riddles and Rain. Intro 1. In the dark stifles. It moves like a living creature, constricts the air as if you were inside a shapeless cocoon. A figment of your anxious and overactive imagination, you hope. But everything about this meeting puts your nerves on edge. You almost didn't accept the mysterious invitation, but recent events have forced your hand. It's been several months since the disappearances began, and all of your leads in Arkham have dried up. It started in the winter of 1924 with several vehicles in Southside, 2 Studebakers, a Cadillac, and a Rolls Royce, all of them top of the line. One moment they were there, the next, nothing, save for a single deflated wheel. The police believed it to be the work of bootleggers looking for more vehicles to add to their routes, but the cars were too nice, would draw too much attention. Perhaps they were taken down to Boston or New York and flipped for a pretty penny, and that's just what you figured happened until the disappearances continued. Next to go was a street lamp outside the Ward Theater in downtown. Then 2 pets, a dog and a cat, whisked away almost simultaneously right from under their owners' noses, not 2 doors down from one another. You learned the news when you saw the missing posters plastered all over College Street. On a whim, you interviewed the owners. No sign of foul play, and it was unlikely for them to have run away. Something stank about all of it. Then people started to disappear. A child from Easttown, a student in Miskatonic University, the chief of Arkham's fire department, and as the police closed each case with no clues or suspects, a curious thing began to happen. One by one, as time marched on, the things that went missing vanished not only from Arkham, but from memory. The owners of those vehicles suddenly claimed they have never owned them. The pets, the people, all of them were wiped from the memories of every single person in town. Everyone but you. You and you alone remembered. Perhaps it was simply the way of things. Humans are fickle and forgetful by nature. But it couldn't be so simple. It was just too strange, coincidental. That's when the letter arrived. Greetings. I hope this letter finds you well. You do not know me, but I know you. I cannot tell you much through paper correspondence, as it may be intercepted. Suffice it to say that I know of the matters you are looking into, and I also know that you believe yourself to be alone in your investigation. The truth is you are not alone. Such events are not unique to your city of Arkham. What you have observed is happening in major cities all around the world. I am one of those, like you, who seeks the truth, who remembers. There is another related matter which I must bring to your attention. I need your help, and you need mine. Enclosed is a ticket to a show at the Riverview Theater. If you wish to know more, please meet me there and we can speak further. Come alone. In truth, Le Flint. The ticket in the envelope was indeed for a private showing at Arkham's new movie palace in downtown. With no other leads and no good reason to avoid going, you have decided to accept the mysterious invitation. If there is only one investigator in the game, proceed to intro 2. If there is more than one investigator in the game, the lead investigator must decide, go alone as requested, or go with backup. Well, here's a good time to figure out who's the lead investigator. We'll say Amanda Sharpe, the student. She's the lead investigator because one of her friends at the Miskatonic went missing, and then she dragged this photographer in because, hey, why not? And she will go alone because she is stupid. So we will go alone as requested. Intro 3. Just as you are beginning to suspect that you have been played, you see a shadow approach you from the aisle. The figure spots you at once, sliding into the seat in front of you. He wears a wide, horn-rimmed glasses and a high-collared jacket over a silk vest. His brown hair is cut short and ported to one side, and he spots a handsome, neatly trimmed beard. To your relief, no other figures emerge from the shadows. You came alone. Good. The man in front of you speaks quietly without turning, letting his voice carry softly over the silent images on the screen. Trust is in such meager measure these days. It is good to know that we can share some. You ask if you're indeed speaking to LaFlint, earning a slight nod from the man. Indeed, he says, Inspector LaFlint, with the International Criminal Police Commission. And I'm sure you have a great many questions, but we are unfortunately short on time. Flint produces a file fat with documentation and slides it between the seat cushions in front of you. Inside is a wealth of information regarding cases similar to the ones you have been investigating. Photos of vehicles, factory machines, and public figures, all missing, all forgotten, and just as Flint's letters promised, the file includes reports from all over the world. London, Shanghai, Bruges, Rio de Janeiro, Cairo. The list goes on and on and on. There's more, he says after giving you time to read. Flip to the end. You do, and what greets you there are two photographs clipped together. The first is of a street in London, distorted by some sort of interference. A light shines above the street corner, and around it the picture appears to be pinched, like a miniature vortex is pulling reality toward it. The other is a photograph of a man on the other side of the same street corner, ducking into the shadows. He wears a tailored gray suit and a wide-brimmed hat that obscures his face. The only discernible detail you can make out from the photo is the man's distinctive red gloves. Rare as it is for a photograph to have color, you wonder if the long exposure time is what led to the strange blurring effect. This was taken by my partner several days ago, just before he too vanished. Whatever is going on, you can be sure that man with the red gloves is somehow involved. Getting to the point, you ask Inspector Flint what exactly he wants from you. To work together, share what we know. Sparingly few seem to know the truth. You agree. If what the man says is true and events like this are happening all over the world, getting to the bottom of it will require more than trust. To that end, I would ask that you come to London with me. That man with the red gloves has been sighted in the area, and he's not alone. I would bet good money that he knows something about where my partner is. Arrangements have already been made. There are steamship tickets in that file. The ship departs from Boston in 2 days. The investigators must decide, choose one. Take his offer, go to London on your own terms. We're going to help Interpol. We need all the help we can get when everyone is just forgetting everything. So we will go to intro 6. You accept the file and tell Inspector Flint that you will report to him with anything you find. With haste, you get your affairs in order and take the very next train to Boston. Flint has already given you more evidence to advance your case in a month of investigation in Arkham. If working together with the ICPC will help solve this mystery, you have no qualms about putting your trust in him. You make it to London with time to spare and immediately set to work. Trust is born of naivete. Remove one Elder Thing token from the chaos bag and add one tablet token. This token can be later removed through an act of secrecy. However, you may become stronger if you stick to your convictions. Okay. So we get out the Elder Thing and add another tablet. Alright, I'm looking at. Okay, that's usually good. Tablets are usually better than Elder Things. Then, read the rules for tracking time on the next column. Mark one time in your campaign log, then proceed to setup. Whatever. Tracking time. Throughout this campaign, tracking the passage of time is of crucial importance. As time marches on, these paranormal events will grow more and more dangerous, and machinations beyond your understanding will progress. Additionally, some opportunities may only be open to you during certain windows of time. When you're instructed to mark more on your time in your campaign log, fill in that many boxes under the time passed header. If you fill in a box that has a symbol in the form of a Greek letter, proceed to the status report section of the campaign guide on page 69.
Nice.
Find the status report matching the letter, then read the text that follows. So, time passed box is here. We are at 1. Okay, that's scripted at least. Setup, gather orgy. Yeah, set the Crimson Conspiracy. Yeah, that's out. Put the rainy London street locations into play. Each investigator begins play at rainy London streets. That should be here. Locations. Do they have a recommended setup? Really? Come on, game. None of these are rainy London streets. Did I miss something? I found it. It somehow managed to fall through the board. Okay. Shuffle the encounter cards. And we are ready to begin. But first, let's draw our opening hands. I need to be game master. No, first 5. Okay, we get our Hyper Shockcaster, which is very good. Which is what we want. We will also keep Overpower so we can more effectively use it. I'll probably keep Lattice Assistance so we can draw 2. Yeah, it's better for her to use that for draw than potentially get 2 mulligans. And we get a bunch of good stuff. Okay. And for Darrell, we get Lucky's Gun. Snarfers is really good. Eureka's really good. We'll forget you for now. We don't have any items, so I don't think we're going to keep Snarfers if no items in hand. And forget True Understand, so we'll get 3. Okay, seems okay. And the agenda. Agenda 1A, when it rains. Arriving in London, you patiently await your contact, but none arrives. Inspector Flint, or one of his proxies, was supposed to meet you at a quiet tea house tucked away in a narrow storefront just outside Trafalgar Square. Wondering what could have gone wrong and suspecting the worst, you set off to investigate. Force, when this agenda advances, move all doom on it to the next agenda. Ew. Act 1A, Clues and Capers. You draw your umbrella closer, using it to obscure your identity. Each person you pass on the street could be a contact or be out to get you. As a group, spend the requisite numbers of clues to advance before the agenda advances. We need 4. Well, we're going to try. And we're going to go to black. Rainy London streets. Cold rain pelts the dreary streets in a rhythmic pitter-patter despite the hour. The square is bustling with automobiles, carriages, and pedestrians. Somewhere in this crowded city is the man you seek. Or are you already too late? And 1 shroud, 4 clues. Oh, I have to do it manually like a savage. Rainy London Street gets plus X shroud, where X is the current act number. So it is currently a 2 shroud. Force, if there are no clues on Rainy London Street, add clues on it until it has 1 clue per investigator. And then as an action we can resign, we should wait for Inspector Flynn. Okay. So we're just going to resign. Have a nice day, everybody.
That's not funny. That's not...
Kidding. Okay, so before the first investigative phase, Darrell will activate... Well, he has to activate Short Supply. Discard the top 10 cards of your deck. 1, 2, 3... We lost both of our Ravenquills. That's annoying. Anyway, first to go will be, well, lag spike. Anyway, we're gonna let Darrell go first because he's probably just gonna hoover these clues up a bit. So 2. He's currently up 3. He could probably get all these clues up in one go. We're going to try it. Up 3 for the first test. X is -1, -3 if you have 2 or more clues. So it's only the -1, which is fine. We get the clue. Second action, he will do it again. Up 3. Oh, he failed. That stinks. And third action, he will do it again, but he will commit deduction to be up 4 now. And if he succeeds, he gets 2 clues. Tablet is a -1, so he gets 2 clues. Oh, good lord. If only I had done the deduction on the second one, we could have advanced by now. Unfortunate. Amanda's turn. She will use her Force of Start a Turn ability to draw 1 card, and then discard 1 under her, and it will add to all of her abilities if possible. We are just going to do Stunning Blow for now. We're not going to really do anything. So for her, she's going to 1, 2, 3, 4. She's going to get out her Shotcaster. Always prepared. And second action, she's going to regain a resource. And third action, she will play Laboratory Assistant, so that she can get some more cards. Okay, seems good. Up, no enemies in play, so we are going to upkeep. Another medical student. Another deduction, very good. We put a Dune, 1 out of 2. And we draw our encounter cards. First for Amanda, we get Revelation. Test 3 will. For each point you fail by, you must either take 1 horror or place 1 of your clues on your location. Okay, so she is currently down 1. I don't want to take more horror than I should. Probably should have done take the initiative. Okay, yeah, we're going to do take the initiative. And now we're up to Elder Sign. Nice. So that's a success. Come on. And Darrell gets Knives in the Dark. Put Knives in the Dark into play in your threat area if there are no copies of it in your threat area. Otherwise, gain surge. Force. After you expose the decoy, take 2 damage. Limit once per round. At the end of your turn, test 3 agility. If you succeed, discard this. Okay. Darrell will, after an enemy or treachery enters play, exhaust it to place 1 resource on that enemy or treachery. Is this a treachery? Yeah, it's enters play. And now if I discover any number of clues, move that evidence on enemies to the Darrell's Codex, which he likes that. So all in all, it's a fairly easy turn. And Darrell's going to start us off by hopefully getting the last clue. And just up 3. Let's go. What the hell? -2. He gets the last clue. And let's just immediately spend them to advance. And we get Movement in the Dark. You spot the figure on the other side of the street just as a bright red bus approaches. You are certain whoever was there was staring directly at you. The bus cuts a swath through the foggy street, and when it has passed, the figure is gone. Perhaps it is just your paranoia at work, but it cannot be a coincidence. It must have either been your contact or one of their foes, perhaps even the reason they are missing. Steeling yourself for any possibility, you set off in chase. Why would it be your contact if they're running away from you? Like, use some sense. Put the set aside Kensington Gates, Westminster Abbey, and Big Ben locations into play. Okay. Next act, 2A. The game is afoot. You chase a shadow through shrouded by night. It might as well be a needle in a haystack, but still you search, hoping for any clue that may lead to the truth. Chase down the mysterious figure before the agenda advances. If an investigator engages the red-gloved man, advance. That's, like, where? Anyway. Okay, so we started off with just 1 action for him. So he's got 2 more. Oh, and he will, after you discover any number of clues, move that many evidence on enemies or treacheries at that location to Darrell's go there. So we get that thing right away. Very nice. And he will move to Kensington. Seems like a dead end because there's no more connectors to it. Of course, these also seem like dead ends, even though we have a bunch of other locations. Either way, Darrell has always wanted to take pictures of Big Ben, so he will go there and do that. Big Ben, a fixture of the London skyline. The clock tower at the north end of the Palace of Westminster looms over the city, its face like the eye of a watchful guardian. 4 shroud, 2 clues. Victory point, nice. As a fast action, choose a concealed mini card at Big Ben or a connecting location and test 2 agility. If you succeed, look at the reveal side of that concealed mini card without exposing it. If you fail, take 1 horror, limit once per turn. Okay. And last action. Let's investigate. I'm currently up 1. I'll be up 2 with deduction, 3 with Eureka. Should be fine. I also have Unlucky in hand in case I need it. 1. Amazing. I will do the lucky. So I succeed. So I get both the clues. And I get to look, search for the top 3 cards of his or her deck and draw a card. So we will get an Empirical, a Eureka, or a Scavenging. Do I have any cool items in my thing? I don't. Okay. Ravenquill is targeting the research notes. So, and there's a research notes in there. So I think we're going to take Scavenging and add it to our hand. Search. Doot. 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 And that is Darrell done. At the end of your turn, test 3 agility. He is currently even with nothing. He can commit 1 card. I don't think he's going to. So, it's even. And he succeeds. Easy. Next, it is Amanda's turn. She will discard this card. Draw 1 card. And put 1 to commit. She'll commit Shortcut for now. First action, she is going to move to Westminster Abbey. See what's over here. We get, read the flavor text. The Gothic Abbey near the palace is both a place of religious significance and a traditional burial site for English royals. Lights flicker in the windows as the gentle rain turns to an ominous downpour. You would not be the first to seek guidance on such hallowed ground, but you wonder what else may be at work within its aged halls. 1 shroud, 2 clues. As an action, pour light. Choose a location and test 1 will to ask around the abbey. For each point you succeed by, look at the revealed side of a concealed mini card at the chosen location without exposing it. Group limit once per game. So, the man in the red gloves is either underneath the agenda deck or in Kensington, the place I did not go to. Of course. And second action, I will. I mean, yeah, let's just go. 1, 2, let's see what's at Kensington. The night's unusually somber mood is enough to drown out even the beauty of Royal Park. The round pond threatens to flood as the downpour continues. This place has been a popular meeting ground for many years. Perhaps the man with the red gloves and his cohorts are here. He's on the court. Why didn't I go here first? After you expose a decoy at Kensington, heal 1 horror. After you expose an enemy at Kensington, take a horror. Okay. 2 clues, another victory. He is not here, which leads me to believe we're about to get him right now as we advance the agenda. Either way, upkeep for both of them. Oh, Lord, and he gets his rune filmed immediately. So, he has to remove 4 evidence from cards I control. For each evidence you cannot remove in this way, take a horror. He removes 1 and takes 3 horror. Well, I guess it's out the way early. Doom is 2, so we advance 2. Just out of reach. And eventually you notice the tail. The figure stalks you through the rainy streets, pretending to have some other pressing task at hand. For once you believe your paranoia may have paid off, but there is only one way to know for sure. So you test your theory, walking faster, moving aimlessly through the streets, and doubling back to see what they do. Every time, there they are, watching you. It's a tail, all right. You flip the script and begin to chase instead. If they work for the man with the red gloves, you're going to find out. Each investigator takes a horror, so we have taken a lot of horror already. Darrell's halfway insane. The lead investigator draws to set aside the red-gloved man enemy and reveals his concealed keyword. Search. Red-gloved man. Concealed 2. So, the way concealed works is, does it tell us? Take his mini card and 2 decoys, shuffle them face down, and put them into play. Divide as evenly as possible among the locations nearest the lead investigator. Each investigator loses each of their clues. Advance the act directly to 2A. Oh, that's annoying. We're already at 2A, which is fine. So, okay. So we're going to shuffle these 3 together. And put 1 here. 1 here. And where's the third one going to go? I guess here. And the red glove man is just outside of the world right now. And Darrell loses both of his clues. Okay. So, Agenda 2A, Figures in the Fog. Oh, we don't remove the thing. I remember now. So, I didn't forget. Your mind must be playing tricks on you. Misshapen figures dance to the dense London fog whenever the rain lets up. Are these distortions, like the one in the photograph Inspector Flint showed you? Or is it your quarry hiding in the mist and gloom? When this agenda advances, move all doom on it to the next agenda. Okay. So, to reveal a conceal token, concealed mini cores are not enemies and cannot be engaged like enemies. However, any investigator at the location as a concealed mini cord may attempt to expose it by successfully attacking or evading, or by successfully investigating its location. The difficulty to successfully attack or evade a concealed cord is equal to the shroud value at its location. If an investigator chooses to expose a concealed mini-cord, the effect replaces the standalone effects. If a concealed mini-cord is exposed, if it's a decoy, set aside out of play with no expect. If it's an enemy mini-cord, that enemy is now exposed. Place the matching enemy in the shadows at the mini-cord's location, then set that mini-sword aside out of play. Then if there are no other enemies in the shadows, set all remaining concealed mini-cords out of play. So, that was the Mythos phase. So now we get our stuff. Amanda gets Figures in the Dark, Peril. If there are no enemies in the shadows, Figures in the Dark. There is one enemies in the shadows. That's what the out of play location is, called the shadows. So, otherwise choose ones. Each enemy in the shadows attacks you, which would be 1 and 1. Or each investigator loses an action. We're going to take the 1 and 1. We'll take the 1 damage and put the horror on Laboratory Assistant. Then, Darrell gets false lead. If you have no clues, this gains surge. It does gain surge because he lost all his clues. What's this? Oh, he will exhaust his Kodak to put a clue on evidence on the red gloved man. He's not at a location, but he is considered in play for activities such as this. And his thing is, oh, it gains surge. So, peril. I must either spend 1 clue or take 2 damage. Yeah, when in options such as this, you have to use an option that changes the board state in some way. So since I have no clues, I must take 2 damage. Okay, and it is the investigator's phase. Oh, this should have clues on it. Since there are no clues, add 2 clues to it. We'll let Amanda go first. Discarding shortcut, we'll take the initiative. That seems good. We're going to put that here. And we are going to actually, no, we're not going to take the initiative. We're going to do overpower. And we are going to attack the darkness to try to find this red-gloved man. So she's currently up 2. If she succeeds, she draws a card. Opa. Got 3. So let us see what we get. And we get decoy. You can see what it is when you hover over it. So I have to remember not to hover over the concealed ones. So that was a decoy, so nothing happens. She does draw a card, which is nice. Vicious blow. Oh, she exposed a decoy, so she does heal a horror. Second action, she will move. And third, does she want to fight again? It only has 4 hit points. 1 and 1. 1 and 1's probably fine. So, or do I play it safe? I probably should play it safe. Nah, YOLO. Up 2 again. No, it's only up 1 because it's Act 3. Up 1. Yeah, YOLO. Up 1. Succeed. Draw a card. And we get Stunning Blow. Very nice. And we get Decoy. Okay, so we know where he's at. We know where he's at. Okay. So for Darrell's turn, Darrell very much wants to get those victory points. So he will go 1, 2, and investigate. He is currently up 3. Up 3 should be fine. Opa. Elder Sign. Place 1 evidence on an asset you control. Nice. So he gets a clue. And he can get that evidence on the red gloved man. Because it is out of play. Okay. And that is his turn. So they both upkeep. He gets a Hawkeye Fordnance. A little late. And you get fighting lessons. That is very good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, she's still good. Doom is 3 out of 4. And we get our encounter cards. Amanda gets Pinch and Reality. I must either choose one, spend 1 clue, or choose and discard half of the non-weakness cards in your hand, rounded up. Okay, well, no clues, so we have to just discard half of our non-weakness cards, which is 5. 1, 2, 3, God, 4. I don't want to do any of these. I guess 5. Shit. That's bad. Darrell gets Sharding Frog. Attached to your occasion with limit 1. Plus 2 Shroud. Okay. That could be better, could be worse. So, Amanda, this is going to be discarded. She's going to draw this. Flip it. Promise of Power. And she's going to put 1 to commit under it. She's going to move for 1. I think she's just... Oh, wait. We have to commit 1, right? Let's commit a Promise of Power. And I think she's just going to draw 2. Because there's no way she's going to beat him. with only one action. Because she would still have to reveal it. Unless, let's just do this. Gets +1 damage. That's 2. That's 3. I could do 3 damage in one go. Oh, that's so annoying. Yeah, she's just going to draw 2 cards. Another vicious blow. 2. Okay. Darrell is going. He is currently up 1. 1. He'll use one of the evidences on the Kodak to be up 3, and we're good for that. Tablet, which is -1. Okay. So we get the clue and the victory point. This goes away. Second action, he is going to move. And third action, he's also going to move to take some photographs as Amanda beats the red glove man next turn. Anyway, that is them. Upkeep. And analysis. Click. Another hyperphysical shot caster. Nice. Unfortunately, we do advance the agenda. And we get figures out of reach. Eventually, you notice the tail. The figure stalks you through the rainy streets, pretending to have some other pressing task at hand. For once, you believe your paranoia may have paid off, but there is only one way to know for sure. So, you test your theory, walking faster, moving aimlessly through the streets, and doubling back to see what they do. Every time, there they are watching you. Is this? I was doing the wrong one. He got away. Through the rainy streets and dense fog, you give chase, but no matter what you do, the man you see constantly eludes your grasp. All you catch is the barest hint of the color red as he slips out of view once more, then fast as a flash of lightning, and gone just as swiftly, a formless shape ducks out of view. A chunk of a nearby telephone booth goes along with it. After a moment of trepidation, you inch forward and examine what remains of the booth. All that remains is an ectoplasmic substance, appearing like the negative in an undeveloped film. It takes you a while to pick up the trail once more. When you do, you find that your quarry has fled to the east, where the tower bridge looms over the skyline. Oh, I only had to engage with the red glove man. God damn it. Okay, so mark 1 time in the campaign log. I should have read that better. So mark 1 time in the campaign log. Set the red glove mini and each concealed mini core out of play. Oh, I completely messed that up. Oh well. Out of play. Put the set aside Tower Bridge and Tower of London locations into play. Shuffle the encounter discard and the set aside Crimson Conspiracy and Outsider pile, which are Crimson Conspiracy and Outsiders. That stinks. Siren. Each investigator loses all of their clues. Advance directly to 3A. Okay. Always losing clues. So, where is this connected to? It's connected to the equal sign. Yep. And the moon, which is that. This is connected to that. And the Tetris piece, which we have not found yet. Okay. Oh well. Eyes on the tower. Your gaze turns eastward in the direction you last saw the man heading. Over the tower bridge lies the famed Tower of London, where even more eyes watch you approach. These belonging to a conspiracy of dark and brooding ravens. For what reason could he be heading there? Objective. Only investigators at the Tower of London may spend the requisite number of clues as a group to advance, which is 6. And the new agenda, 3A, the connection. It is clear now that Inspector Flint's hunches were correct. The man in the red gloves is not operating alone, and whatever he is up to, it has something to do with the recent vanishings. You could wait to report what you have seen, but by then the man and his cohorts may have already put into motion whatever scheme they are planning. No, you have only one choice. You must find the man with the red gloves at all costs. Okay. So we need to go where? Tower of London. Okay, that's fine. A little annoying, but fine. So, Encounters. Amanda get. I did not shuffle, I don't believe. Okay, now we do it. Peril, if there are no enemies in the shadows, this gains surge. He has left the ship. Okay, just getting all those out right away. Obscuring Frog. Haha, we're not doing this location anymore. Idiot. And Darrell gets Substance Dissimulation. For each set-aside hollow you own, if there are one or more copies of that hollow in your play area and or hand, discard those copies and take 1 damage and 1 horror. If no card is destroyed by this effect, choose a non-weakness card you control in your hand or play area and set it aside out of play as a hollow. Now, I'm losing my codex? Oh, in my hand or play area. Okay, whatever. Whatever, we'll get rid of the Hawkeye. It's now in the hollows. And our turn. Let's let Amanda go first, because she messed up. She will do the recon. First, she will get rid of this. And then 1, 2. She'll have 1 action left. Oh, wait, let's draw first. See what we get. Ooh. Maybe we'll do this, because hopefully she'll be able to investigate a little bit. Whatever. Investigate for skill 4 should be fine. So, 1, 2. Actually, we kind of wanted to do that because we do need 6 clues, and that's a small shot. Whatever. We get 2 clues. Tower Bridge. Maybe there's another way. Test will or lore. If you succeed, put the set-aside Trader's Gate location into play. That seems good. You know what? Let's do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are up 4. And hopefully we don't mess up. Bah. Tablet. We get it. Trader's Gate is now in play. Connected to that and the moon. So let's put you like that for now, I guess. Okay. Dale's turn. Yeah, he'll put a thing on that because why not? Then he'll investigate to try to get some evidence. He is currently up 2. He'll be up 3 committing analysis. Should be fine. 4, of course it is. So he's still up 2. 2 is going to be good enough. Which is -1. Okay. We get it. And we get that resource as evidence. And this gets discarded. And last action, he's going to move. We do need to get to the Tower of London. Or maybe Trader's Gate. Who knows? And that's it. Upkeep. Darrell gets his Arcane Enlightenment. And Amanda gets Shortcut. Okay. Then Doom goes to 5 of 9. Amanda gets the encounter of Crypt Chill. Test 4. If you fail, choose and discard 1 asset you control. It will be the lab assistant because I do not want to. We're just going to do it. We are currently down 2, so we can't actually win. Why is there a bless in the bag? That was supposed to be the curse, so we're just going to leave it like that and remove it. Okay, so bye-bye lab assistant. You served me well. Darrell gets Peril. I must either spin 1 clue or take 2 damage. We're going to spin the clue. Okay. Next, We will again let Amanda go first to do some recon. What do I want to put down? I guess we'll do Obscure Studies. That's for first. That's Darrell's up 3, so that's going to be easy. So she's going to go to the Trader's Gate, see what's up there. Although the original entrance to the water gate has long since been bricked up, you commandeer a small vessel and make your way along the river anyway. Perhaps there is still a secret route one might take from there to infiltrate the Tower of London. Oh, Tower of London headed passage. The main gate into Tower of London is locked and securely guarded. It's an additional cost to enter the Tower of London. Investigators at the Tower of Bridge must spend 4 clues as a group. So, this test 4 fight or test 5 fight or 5 evade. If you succeed, reveal the Tower of London. If you fail, take a damage. Finding a way through here will be tricky, but if your hunch is right, you might be able to slip in without anyone suspecting your approach. You prepare yourself for an underwater excursion, hoping the gate wasn't fully blocked off. Okay. So, 5. So if I commit that, I will be even. I can only commit that to an attack or an evade. It's one action to do that. Second action, I will play Lab Assistant. Draw 2 more cards. Okay. And we are going to do the fight, I think, with Practice Makes Perfect. Top 9 for search the entire deck. This is practice. Okay. So I am currently up 2. Up 2. I will commit 1 Vicious Blow just to be up 3. Got it. So I draw a card. And this goes to my hand. And we reveal Tower of London. Force, after you end your turn at the Tower of London, I must either lose 2 resources or each enemy in the shadow attacks you. Okay. Damn. And that has 2 clues. Okay, so we currently have 0 clues, and we need 6. So that's going to be a little difficult. So Darrell's going next. He is up 2. No, he's up 1 for this location because the act is so high. He will move up for 1. Second action, second and third, he's just going to investigate up 3 both times. 1, got it. Place 1 evidence, okay. And do it again. Got it. So we get 2 clues. Okay, that is that. So upkeep phase. Darrell gets Empirical. Amanda gets Panic. After you play, engage, or resource action, you cannot take any of those actions for the remainder of the turn. That is fine. We're at 6 of 9 Doom. Amanda's is test 3 will. For each point you fail by, you must either place 1 horror or take. Well, she's taking a horror because she has no clues. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're up 2. Hopefully fine. Got it. And Darrell gets an enemy. The hell is this? When paracosmical entity engages you, look at the top quarter of your deck. If it is not a weakness, set it aside out of play as a hollow. Okay, more in the hollow. It's a 3/2/3 with Hunter. Okay, Amanda will go first. She will discard this and have to play Whispers from the Deep. First action, she's going to move to help Darrell. Second, she's going to engage. And third, she's going to attempt to blow this thing to smithereens. So, no, it's not. Do that. So we're going to fight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 to 3, up 2 should be fine. I hate this game so much. Did I count that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 2. Yep. Oh, and she would have lost this to the hollows. So let's do it again. 1, 2, I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm up 1. This is terrible. Got it at least. And it is dead. Okay. I couldn't do that twice, because that was the third action. So we're taking all that back. But yeah, it's still engaged with me. Oh well. And then Darrell gets to go. Darrell is going to go up for 1. For 2, he's going to investigate. Currently 4. He's up 1. 1. He'll use a evidence to be up 3. -4. Are you kidding me? Do it again. Gets the clue. Okay. That's it. Upkeep. Upkeep. And this thing bites for 1 and 1. Okay. We are at 7 of 9 doom. Encounters. We get another enemy. Conceal 2. Okay, that's fine. I'm trying not to, whatever. Okay, so we're going to put in evidence on that. Out of play. And he gets an encounter. I must either spend 1 clue or take 2 damage. I kind of have to take 2 damage because we don't have that many clues. Okay. So first action, he's going to investigate. Spinning a clue, so he's up 3 again. Got that. Gets a clue. Gets an evidence. Second action, he's going to move. And third action, he's going to investigate up 2. Unless... No, he's going to be up 3. Wait, that's time. If there's a concealed mini card at your location, reveal another chaos token. God damn it. So that's -4. So I fail. Oh, this game sometimes. Then it says at the end of your turn, you must either lose 2 resources or each enemy in the shadow attacks you. We don't want more damage, so lose 2 resources. And a mana turn, we can get rid of this, draw a card, and we're going to put this. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're up 2 to this. We're not using the shot cash, we're just up, straight up 2. Got it, it's dead. That was 1 action. 2. And last action we will investigate. Investigate committing cryptic writings. So we're currently up 1, and Darrell will use his special ability to let her be up 3. Got the clue. Okay. And Amanda will also lose 2 resources and Taya taking damage. Okay, we are at 8 of 9 doom. We did not upkeep, did we? No. Upkeep. Upkeep. And then encounters. Obscuring fog. Oh. And Darrell gets, if you have no clues, if you have 1 or more clues, test 4. For each point you fail by, place 1 of your clues on your location. I'm currently up 1. Up 2. Up 3. Up 4. Jeez, I'm Pete. Got it. Okay, so Darrell's going to go first. We're going to try to get this last clue. It's at 5, so he's even. He'll commit a clue to be up 2. He has nothing to commit. She will commit understanding to seal a -4. The skull in the skull. Okay. Can you get it up? What'd I say? Yeah, up 1, 2, up 3. Got it. Okay, so we get this. This goes away. We get the last clue. And we can do the thing right now. Turn before. He's here. Quietly and cautiously, you follow the figure from a distance. With measured haste, he darts to and fro inside the ominous tower, searching for something. Finally, while you watch from the shadows, the man with the red gloves finds what he's looking for. A loose brick among one of the candlelit hall's many columns. He casually rotates the stone back into place with the kind of nonchalance as if he were dealing with a piece of misplaced laundry. To your surprise, a section of the nearby wall rotates in turn, revealing a secret passageway. He ascends into darkness and you follow in secret. But to set aside Tower Prison location into play. Tower Prison, which is only connected to the Tower of London. Okay. And attach to set aside the key Eye of Ravens to the Tower Prison, not controlled by anyone. Okay. Move all concealed mini cards in play to the Tower Prison. Okay. Draw the set aside the red glove man enemy and resolve his concealed keyword, putting all those concealed mini cards into play at the thing. Gee, I wonder what turn. Okay. So everybody's here. It's a big old gangbang. Force, when a concealed mini card would enter play anywhere other than a tower prison, put it into play at tower prison instead. Okay. So new act. 4A, caught red-handed. I get it. Somewhere in these forgotten crypts, the man with the red gloves is searching for something, but for what purpose? The red glove man gains Parlay, test 5 will or lore to interrogate the red glove man. If you succeed, place 1 resource on him. Stop the red glove man from stealing the Eye of Ravens. If he is defeated, or if there are 2 Reeses on him, advance. Yeah. Okay. Oh, this is terrible. So that's Darrell's turn. No, he only did one thing. That was 1. Second action, he'll move here. What? When an investigator at Tower Prison is performing a skill test, spend 1 clue. That investigator gets +2 to the skill test. Force, when a concealed mini card would interplay anywhere. Yeah. And it has 4 clues. That's not the clue. Okay, Eye of Raven, shift. During a skill test at your location, the performing investigator sets your base skill value for this test to 6. Ooh. That is so good with that. Can we just pick it up? It says it's not attached to anything, so I'm assuming we can just pick it up. So, first action, well, Amanda's turn first. She has to discard this. Draw 1. And commit something. I guess, deep knowledge. So, first action, she's going to move. Like, I don't... It specifically doesn't say. Okay, we're just going to say yes. So Amanda's going to pick it up. That's a fast action. And she will. This thing should have a doom on it. Which means we would have advanced last round. God damn it. Whatever. Amanda is going to investigate. To try to find the man in the thingy. Draw the top card in counter deck. The investigator shifted this key. Flip it to its stable side. Ew. So 6 up 2. Okay, and we will do this one. Decoy. Damn it. And encounter. So we go to 9. We don't keep it now. We'll keep 1 on the thing because I'm stupid. As the night grows deeper and the rain becomes a torrent, you flinch at every moving shadow. I forgot to hit upkeep. Okay. As the night grows deeper and the rain becomes a torrent, you flinch at every moving shadow, every sound, every shape. You wonder if perhaps this investigation is getting the better of you. Or maybe there are more of them than you thought, striking you, lying in wait for the perfect opportunity to strike. The lead investigator must decide. Search the encounter deck and discard pile for a courtier agent and draw it. Shuffle the encounter deck, or each investigator takes 1 damage and 1 horror. There are too many things there. We're all going to take a damage and a horror. He's so close to dying. And Act 4, Agenda 4A, Plots and Panic. Deep fog blots out the moonlight, bathing the city in utter darkness. From the rooftops, ravens watch your progress with inhuman intelligence. Every moving shadow sets your mind racing. If you don't find the man with the red glove and stop his plans, who knows what he will do next? And then encounters. After enters the saddle, place a doom on it. Yay. We'll tap Darrell's to put a thingy on that. Oh, I have to do all these. We're just going to keep them stacked. That way I can't see which ones are which, since they're all going to be here anyway. And Darrell gets... I must either spend 1 clue or take 2 damage. He is dead. Because he has no more clues. Okay, and he takes a physical trauma, which is going to be very bad. Okay. Darrell is dead. He earns 2 fewer experience. So he's probably not going to get any experience at all. There's only 2 experience on the board, and Amanda's not doing all this by herself. Amanda's throw a turn, discards this, takes a horror because her deck runs out. And we will commit something. Cryptic writings, I guess. I'm currently even. Currently even to do anything. Let's do the investigate, find some people. Even. Yeah, I get one. I get the red glove. Holy crap. It comes into play. Engage with me. That was 1 action. It's currently 5. It has 4 hit points. I'm currently at 2. Wait, no, I can... Hyperdimensional, you can use any abilities. So I'm currently... I'll use my book to be even. No, I'm still down 1. No, we're still gonna use fight. So I can play practice makes perfect and hopefully get a practice card with fight on it. Which I do. Whoop. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Still down 1. 5. Currently even. I can't risk doing that. Just have to be even. -1, I fail. And retaliate, so that's 1 and 1. They basically are both dead because she can't do anything now. We can try to attack again. This time with Buck, we're down 1. Yep, down 1. About -4. And then she can't do anything, so enemy phase, he's just going to punch her. And that is it. Everybody dies. God, I'm terrible at this game. Anyway. The hell? Resolution. If no resolution was reached, each investigator resigned or was defeated. As the night goes on, the feeling that you are being watched, hunted only grows. Recalling the photos Inspector Flint shows you of vanished and forgotten people all over the world, you decide that perhaps caution would be best. You head back to your meeting place in Trafalgar Square, keeping your head down the entire time. You might not have much to report to Inspector Flint, but it's better than the alternative. I don't know about that. Proceed to Resolution 4. Resolution 4 is... You wait impatiently for Inspector Flint to arrive. Your nerves on edge. Something must have happened to him, but you still remember him. That's good. You tap your foot nervously as you strain to recall his face, the sound of his voice, the events that led you here. Tap, tap, tap. Perhaps you should be out there looking for him. What if he's in trouble? Tap, tap, tap. Maybe he is already gone. Perhaps only you remember him, and what of the man with the red glove? Tap, tap, tap. You wait, and wait, and wait. You barely notice the chair across from you sliding out until Flint takes a seat. To your relief, he is unharmed, although you suspect he has not slept in some time. Lines of worry are creased along his forehead, and his eyes are bloodshot and wide with fear. Yours feel the same. Breaking the tense air of a joke, you inform Inspector Flint that he is late. He chuckles and nods. Apologies, another detective with the ICPC is missing. He explains, exhaustion and anxiety giving his voice a bitter edge. Please tell me you have something for me. You sigh and give your report. Flint cradles his fingers and rubs them idly as you explain what you have learned. This proves that the man with the red gloves is not working alone, he says. Just then, a woman's voice interrupts from across the room. That is an understatement, she says, her voice cold and dry. The woman, dressed in a black suit, wide-brimmed hat, and matching black trousers, flashes an unidentifiable silver badge with one hand, and levels the barrel of a handgun at you with the other. She has ebony dark skin, cold eyes underscored with heavy bags, and short curly hair. Two other suits flank her, both of whom say nothing and stand like statues as she speaks. Both of them rest their hands on pistols holded beneath their suit jackets. You realize with sudden terror that you are alone in the once busy tea room. Everyone else is cleared out. Flint's hands immediately shoot into the air and yours quickly follow. Where is the man with the red gloves now, the woman asks, and who exactly are you? You and Flint share a worried glance. What exactly have you gotten yourself into? Each investigator earns experience equal to the Victory X card in the Victory display, which is only 2, and that's only for Amanda. Then the red-gloved man is the bearer of the Eye of Ravens. Okay, so I could not have picked that up. Not that it mattered anyway. Update the campaign log accordingly. From now on, whenever a character becomes the bearer of a key, keep the key handy for the rest of the campaign, as it will begin in play attached to that character. In future scenarios, if the Red Glove Man enters play, the Key of Raven begins play attached to him. Maybe I didn't play that wrong. Maybe it just became the bearer because I got defeated. In your campaign log record, you haven't seen the last of the Red Gloved Man. Mark 2 time in your campaign log. Then proceed to Interludes, the Foundation, page 9. Interlude, the Foundations. Talk, the woman commands. I am a detective with the ICPC, Flint barks back. Flint, Lee Flint. And you're going to be a lot of trouble when they hear about this. I assure you I will not. And you, she asks, glaring in your direction. You explain that you're an independent investigator working with Flint. She takes a moment to read your gaze, presumably to tell if you are lying. She, like Flint, seems low on trust. Finally, after a long, bated moment, she holsters her firearm. Flint's hands drop to his side. You let out a breath you didn't know you were holding. We have been after that red-gloved man for quite some time. This is the first time we have gotten this close. He seems to have a knack for slipping away. She nods to the two suits flanking her, a tall, athletic, pale-skinned woman and a sharp, clean-shaven man, and motions towards the wall. They keep a hand on their holsters as they scour the perimeter of the room. And who is we, exactly? Inspector Flint asks. You've been wondering the very same thing. Your interrogator has a British accent, but she doesn't seem to be part of any local outfit you've heard of. She awaits confirmation from her two subordinates before continuing. All clear, ma'am, the man states. She sighs and crosses her arm. All right, what I am about to tell you cannot leave this room under any circumstances. Am I clear? Flint shrugs. Under penalty of what exactly? Summary execution, she states without hesitation. Your throat closes tight. Even your partner flinches for a moment. Well, then I suppose we don't have much of a choice, do we? He glances at you. You nod. You might as well hear what she has to say. I am Commissioner Taylor, and these are Agents Hudson and Antonova. We are with the Foundation, an international agency devoted to the discovery, research, and containment of objects with paradimensional capability. What kind of baloney? Flint practically laughs, but the woman who calls herself Taylor shows no sign of humor. After the Great War, many treaties and accords were signed, Paris, Versailles, but keeping the peace wasn't the only goal. There were oddities, you see, during the war. Things that did not add up. The Foundation's purpose is to find these things that do not add up and ensure that they cannot be used for such purposes ever again. Well, this is a hell of a con you buttons have cooked up, Flint says, but the darker tone in his voice indicates he doesn't believe himself, and you're inclined to agree. The fact that Commissioner Taylor even knows of the Red Glove Man at all is proof that she has inside knowledge. You decide that it's more likely she is telling the truth than lying, and ask what she intends to do with you. She paces in uncomfortable silence before finally letting out a sigh. Well, I certainly can't have your investigation running parallel to my own, and you might have information that could be pertinent to our work. So I say we work together. Work together or work for you? Flint asks pointedly, his eyes narrowing. She allows herself a smile. You are a clever man, I'll give you that. She nods to Agent Hudson, who produces several badges and hands them to you. You'll be your own cell of the Foundation, operating under our authority but with independence. All you need is to agree to report your findings to us. She locks eyes with Flint appraisingly. You'll be our points of contact. You ask Taylor what you get out of the arrangement besides the lifted threat on your lives. We'll hand over the intel we have on the organization the Red Glove Man works for and provide travel papers that can get you anywhere in the world. No questions asked, at no expense. Flint eyes the badge like one might an explosive, turning it over and over in his hands. 2 minutes ago you were pointing a gun at me. Now you're offering me a job? Yes. Well, are you in? You pull Flint aside to speak with him in private. The discussion is short and hushed, full of conjecture and paranoid theories about this Foundation and their true motives. But in the end, you decide to accept her offer. If it will help you get to the bottom of whatever is going on, it is the only real choice. Very well, Taylor explains. The Red Glove Man is just one operative of his organization, or perhaps its leader. That we are unable to determine. They call themselves the Red Courtier, so named due to the red garments they wear. They are after artifacts scattered across the world which possess paradimensional capabilities, the very same kind of objects we seek to find and contain. We call them keys. You ask Commissioner Taylor what she means by the term paradimensional. Imagine a cake with many layers, she explains. Everything we see and feel exists on one layer, but there are many more layers above and below ours. Something that is paradimensional exists on one layer but draws energy from other parallel layers. As a result, these keys operate outside the laws of our dimension. Cause and effect. If left unchecked, they can be used to inflict terrible harm on the world. Our job, your new job, is to get them out of the hands of the Courtier and keep them secure in Foundation custody. If these keys are as powerful as the Foundation believes, you agree that they should be kept in safe hands. But you cannot help but wonder what this has to do with the disappearances you've been investigating. If anything, Flint locks eyes with you and gives you the slightest shake of his head. He has no intention of telling them. The investigators must decide, tell Taylor about the disappearances, or do not tell Taylor about the disappearances. You know what? They said not to kill us, so we'll play all our cards to the hand. We will tell about the disappearances. Foundation 2. You decide it's best to tell Commissioner Taylor why you were looking into the red-gloved man to begin with. Flint lets out an audible sigh. She mulls over it for a moment, then shakes her head. That is something to look into, but your primary objective is to acquire the keys that the courtier is searching for at all costs. Am I understood? Taylor further explains that she will forward any relevant information to Flint's office with some sensitive details omitted, of course. She will also provide the ICPC with the requisite papers regarding Flint's new position. Oh, and Agent Flint, she says on her way out, addressing him by his new title. Your cell may have the independence to act on their own accord, but do not forget that you report directly to me. I expect you to do so without reservation should you discover anything of import. He nods, only the slightest hint of resistance giving him away. Remove one elder thing from the chaos bag, add one tablet. If there are already 4, each investigator earns 1 experience instead. You could have 4 tablets in the bag already? Well, we're up to 3. Okay, proceed to Foundation 4. Oh, wait. In your campaign log, record the cell told the truth to Taylor. Okay. I am confident that every decision I've made is bad. Foundation 4. Oh, it just keeps going. Okay. The next morning, your cell meets at the tea room near Trafalgar Square, where you had originally intended to meet the previous night. Together, you go over the documentation provided to Flint by this foundation. It's a bit difficult to believe, if I'm being honest, Flint says, but everything checks out. The travel papers, the job transfer, all of it. Not even my boss questioned it for a moment. I guess we're secret agents now, eh? You agree. Unbelievable as it might seem, it's no less strange than the matters you had already been looking into. Right. Well, I think the best thing to do is to split up. Shanghai is where I grew up. I have connections there. I have leverage. So I'll head there first. Where you want to investigate next is up to you. Meet up with me later and we can figure out where to go from there. The Foundation has several leads concerning the whereabouts of the Red Courtier. One is likely in Inspector Flint's home city of Shanghai, where there have been many rumors about the existence of a secret cabal led by a mysterious woman with a red parasol. In Alexandria, there have been a rash of beastly killings throughout the city. The Foundation has reason to believe a member of the courtier is involved. A string of high-profile burglaries in Buenos Aires has led the Foundation to believe that one of the courtier members is responsible. It is likely a key as a primary target. A member of the courtier has a sanctum in Nairobi. Perhaps there you might learn what they have planned. The Foundation has procured the journal of a prospector recently working in Anchorage, perhaps the site of a king. A courtier agent out of Istanbul has already reached out to Foundation operatives, a defector perhaps, or it could be a trap. Locals in Kathmandu have reported seeing a spirit matching the description of another courtier agent. A deadly courtier agent has been sighted in Marrakesh. Reports of tomb robberies and strange overgrowth have the location Foundation operatives on edge. A courtier agent has made a name for herself in Havana, where rum and other illicit goods are being smuggled into the United States. Read the rules for embarking and travel and the Foundation dossiers on the next column. Then, when you're ready to proceed, embark from London to a new location. Embarking. Whenever you embark, you may travel wherever you wish using the map included in the Scarlet Keys Campaign expansion. Each space on the map is connected to one or more other spaces by paths. When you are ready to embark, travel along the path to whichever destination you wish as a group. For each path you use to reach your destination, you must mark one time in your campaign log to a minimum of 1. At each space in the map, there is a number of letter combinations that will guide you to a particular page in the campaign guide. You do not have to stop at every space you travel through, however. If you wish to stop traveling and see what is at that space, turn to the page of the campaign guide that matches the indicated number and follow the story there. Or use the table of contents of page 2. This might lead you to an interlude or to a scenario. There is no perfect path to follow, so you follow your gut. Just be wary of how much time you spend. Some locations are marked by a red border and the lack of a letter. You can only travel to such a location once you are permitted to do so by campaign log entry. Some locations, marked by a green border, represent the sites of possible side stories found in other Arkham the Horror card game standalone products. If you wish to incorporate a side story into the campaign, simply travel to the appropriate location on the map and spend additional time equal to the normal experience cost for playing the side story, instead of spending experience costs. If you are not stopping at one of these locations to embark on a side story, you may skip it and continue traveling along the path. If so, count it as one continuous path, not as two separates. Once you have stopped at a location, you cannot stop there again for the remainder of the campaign unless instructed otherwise. And the Foundation dossiers. Throughout the campaign guide, there are a number of Foundation dossier sideboards, an example of which is printed below. Investigators are allowed to peek at the Foundation dossier sideboard for any space on the map at any time. Use the sideboards to help guide your actions and plan your route. While reading a dossier, investigators are not allowed to peek at any other text on the page until they travel to the location. Okay, so that is it for the first one. Let me know in the comments what. Oh Lord, I completely messed this up. Where am I? Okay, let me know in the comments what path you think I should take. And be sure to make fun of me at how bad I am at playing the game. Until next time, take care. I don't see any green places. Oh, there they are. Monte Carlo and Venice. Okay. And New Orleans. Okay. Until next time, take care.